Happy to be back. I think we've got a few other folks that are going to be stopping by today. File, who's going to be the TO tomorrow, might stop by to do some of Grants, and then maybe Fang said he was going to stop by as well. We'll have to see.
Well, I saw Fang got DQ'd from brackets, so
yeah, he's going to be a little bit late.
a little bit late. But it looks like here, this is an interesting matchup, that's for certain. We got Jerm versus BWStatic.
BWStatic.
Ah, I thought you would just pronounce the whole thing instead of shortening it.
No, sir. This is a static player for the Pikachu main. But yeah, this is a defensive player who knows how to go in and out, knows how to change up his tempo. And the problem is that you can play defensive all you want, and Villager will kind of eat you alive if you aren't coming correct.
But I mean, a lot of people, they recognize Pikachu for like the flashy up air loops and all that stuff, the combos that kill you at 0 and you have no idea what even happened. But a lot of people, like, they forget that this is a potentially very campy character. With both quick attack plus T-Jolt, he can just go from edge to edge and just keep sending them out, and there's not much a lot of characters can do about it. Now, Villager is a character that can do something about it, but it's still very even so far.
Getting that up air right there, forcing that edge, but great stall with a projectile by Jerm. Trying to go ahead and get the down smash, but yeah, that's the problem, is that BWStatic can just stall in the air so much that a lot of these grounded options may not prove to be particularly effective.
Barely getting away from getting caught by that up smash there, but he is going to be able to safely touch down back up on the stage, and the same can't be said for Jerm. Neutral get up, that F smash lingers way too long to be able to get past that, so he's going to die right then and there. This is an opportunity for, I just noticed his in-game tag is Jim Rat.
Exactly.
For him to get something going.
Yeah, that's really the problem here at high percentages. Pikachu just has such an easy time covering edge with that forward smash. You kind of have to take standard get up off of the table until the Pikachu shows they are covering your other options. All right, so now it is the projectile war here. Jerm trying to get something going, but the problem is that if you miss one of your projectiles, if Pikachu, low profiles a forward air, for instance, he can just immediately parlay that into 30 or 40%. And Jerm does not have the best approach options to jump in on Pikachu.
Alongside approach options, he's also, he's struggling for this kill. Pikachu's been over 100% for I think like a full minute now. Not quite able to have anything connect so far that's like a meaningful hitbox. He's just been getting, the fairs, the bears. Now he's stuck on ledge yet again against BWStatic. He's looking for those F smashes, but he does manage to get back to center stage. And an interesting bit of DI there from BWStatic, going to die there to Villager back air from center stage at only 120%.
Yeah, surprising. I mean, that definitely was the strong hitbox, so perhaps just not prepared to deal with that sudden DI or die situation.
Now coming back down, going to get the down smash, but I don't think that was the full strong hit, and just spending all the hits of fair on the Lloyd rocket there, not able to get anything. Comes back up onto stage, gets the double bear, and now he's trying to do his best to zone out, because Jerm, well, he's very clearly learned that he's not winning the short game here.
Great tech.
Good tech. Survives that just barely, but Jim Rat, Mr. BWStatic, is still, at least for now, holding on to the tempo pretty solidly.
And it feels like the big problem in this matchup is that BWStatic hits you once and he's going to take you for 30-40%. The problem is that Jerm is getting like these slingshots at max range, and those do like 4% each. You're dealing so minimal amounts of damage at range. Meanwhile, BWStatic can toss out these safe options, but that's the problem. If you get a little bit too overconfident and go underneath Villager, he has tons of options covered, that bowling ball being one of the best.
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of a punishing of the hubris. Bowling ball from up top on the platform, and well, there's your proof. It's 2.8% from the long range.
I think this man's got that stale too. That's the problem, is you're never going to keep that move fresh.
18.5%, and the difference between the two of them is immediately made up by a singular dash attack. That's just showing how much harder Jerm has to work in this matchup for the chip damage against a character like Pikachu. Trying to get the up smash. Hello?
Jesus Christ, Waffle.
We just had a stuffed toy thrown at us in a drive-by assault at the mic. Back to the set. You'll get to see him when we go back to cams after this. Right now, it's very, very even between the two of them. Jerm trying his best to stay as far away from the electric rat as possible, but BWStatic just quickly closing the distance every time it's opened back up.
Just trying to get that sweet spot back there too. That already claimed one stock, and Jerm trying to challenge BWStatic's jump in. Not working out quite yet. Down smash, just barely missing again.
Trying to edge guard here with T-Jolt. Lets him get back up onto the stage, but that's the same way he lost the first stock. Neutral get up right on to the F smash, going down into the blast zone. And Jerm, he's considering. Oh wait, is that BWStatic or is that Jerm? Sorry, I'm not familiar with these players.
I believe that's a BWStatic taking a moment to consider what he's going to strike here in this stage list. But yeah, it felt like unfortunate for Jerm. 2 stocks in a row where he was above 100%. You get the slow animation and just immediately snuffed out by that forward smash. It feels like Villager with his mediocre airspeed that might cover jump too. So it doesn't seem as though he's got a ton of options.
We're getting rid of the plushie here, sending it right back from whence it came.
Return to sender. Do not want.
Speaking of things that we do want, wait, no, we don't. Why is it on Yoshi's? Wait.
Yeah, this is
Battlefield variation Yoshi. No, it's regular Yoshi.
No, it is regular Yoshi's for sure. So yeah, this is an interesting stage for Jerm. I like the ability to go ahead and easily cover edge with those bowling balls, but the problem is that Pikachu can take you for a ride on a small stage like this. It is maximized the power of that combo game. There we go. That is a good response to the forward smash. You just best hope you don't miss.
I honestly think that the biggest thing is that he can't really cover Pikachu entirely, and it's a problem unique entirely to Pikachu. But with Quick Attack, he can completely circumvent the trajectory of the bowling ball, unless he skull bashes right into the side. But he, like right there, that's what I was talking about. He can go up and over the side with Quick Attack to get away from the bowling balls coming down on that F smash. It's not a good spot to be in. A good tech, though, going to allow Jerm to live to see another day. Goes for the bowling ball, but can't connect it. BWStatic living by the skin of his teeth.
And Tree feels like another tool that Jerm has tried to use a couple times, but the mobility that Pikachu offers just makes that tool so difficult to set up. It's like, oh, you're going to put that over there? I'm not going to be there anymore. Immediate Quick Attack away.
Pockets the T-Jolt. I'm going to just hold on to that for later. See if it's a nice little snack. Going to pull it out right then and there. Gets the double fair. Looking for another one, trying to get the bowling ball, but can't do it. Tries for the turnaround grab as well and is punished by dash attack. Not a good situation for Jerm. Gets caught by the back air.
No, the
techs into air dodge.
Dodge.
He double buffered it.
That's the worst. Hold buffer. Okay. Don't you roll fast. That is one of those, like, that's a tech check right there. It's like, how cognizant are you of your habit to just immediately come back and roll against an invulnerable opponent? Because Jerm just sat there and looked at Static, like, you're going to roll now. Static immediately obliged, got the berry, instant kill.
I mean, that's just what I do all the time. Anytime I have a character with a berry, I just immediately go for that while I'm invincible, because what's the worst that can happen? They can't hit you.
Exactly. You can go for those slightly wild options, and for Jerm, paying off quite a bit.
Ooh, I just noticed something, actually. With the slant of Yoshi's, he can't go for that F smash kill on the neutral get up anymore. I don't think it'll connect with Villager's short stature.
It may very well give him jump back, at the very least. Safe shield, pressure, left hook, right hook, what you got for me?
It's like Bowser Jr. jab, but worse.
Bowser Jr. jab has no reason to be that good, by the way.
Speaking as someone who watches and commentates a lot of tri-state tournaments, if you've ever been in the same general vicinity as Yoda Cage, you're in danger.
Trying for the axe kill now that the tree is out, but good spacing here by Jerm. It feels like on this stage he's been able to use the platforms a lot better to just get a few of these jump-ins a little bit easier. And a bit of a suicide right there by BWStatic, going a little bit low and not recognizing that he may not have had the double jump.
An unfortunate death then and there, going to result in Jerm having I believe the first stock lead of this set so far.
Yep.
Trying to catch him with the Lloyd Rocket, but BWStatic playing super, super careful. He knows that every single hit that his opponent gets in here is going to make the comeback a little bit more difficult. Going for the bowling ball and gets it on the jump get up, but it's not going to kill quite yet. So able to try and skull bash back to the stage. He gets his feet underneath him, gets a couple jabs out, but he's still in trouble. 70% before the stock has even been taken and still climbing higher.
And then gets the triple turn up air to finish it off. Jerm showing how that counter pick can come into play. He just felt so much more comfortable having tri-plats to aid his mobility and those slants to give him a couple options against Pikachu at edge.
And you know, at the very beginning of the game, I was doubting him a little bit. I was saying, why would you take Pikachu to Yoshi's? You said you were mentioning the combo game on the shorter stage as well. But you know, we shouldn't have doubted him. He made really good use of the tri-plats, and I think now BWStatic is probably going to insta-ban those tri-plats. I actually wasn't looking at what stage they're going to be going to, but I could imagine maybe FD, maybe PS2 again, something along those lines. It's going to be Kalos. Okay, interesting choice, but very, very good stage for Pikachu.
But not too bad for Villager either. If you like to play kind of a hit-and-run playstyle, this stage will allow you to do so. I mean, the problem is just going to be how do you actually get back against Pikachu, because you got a lot of distance at edge that Pikachu can go out and chase you down.
But I mean, it's the same concept as Yoshi's as well, though. If you notice the walls underneath the ledges, makes it so that Villager will have a little bit of an easier time going for those bowling ball kills off the side. Comes back down though, and at least so far, we've yet to see a hit on BWStatic. He has been unscathed, and we're about a minute into the game.
He's calling out these jumps. Like right there, we saw it again. He's back airing, and then Jerm is just immediately trying to get the jump forward air or jump back air, and every single time BWStatic has a hitbox in place, a multi-hit hitbox that out-priorities his options.
Finally, though, connecting with the Nair to get 11.3% on the board, and we'll take that with as much as he's been struggling so far. Gets the tail hit of the up smash, dragged in for the up air. Jerm's at least getting something, maybe something going here. I hesitate to speak too soon when he's having this much trouble even just landing on a stage like Kalos against all the pressure that BWStatic's putting up now.
No
fair on the platform, yeah. No double jump, so he's going to be chased for sure off stage. Oh, but he misses, gets misread, and air dodges back to ledge, so it's at least a second chance back on the stage, but it might not last very long.
It was great movement, though, by Jerm. I think that was phenomenal presence of mind to recognize what you needed to do, the exact angle that you needed. But right there, he was trying to DI in so that he could get one of those techs off the wall again, but BWStatic, having none of it, had a proper hitbox placement to send Jerm off into the blast zone with that down.
Now coming back onto the stage, I'm not feeling great for Jerm here, considering he only managed to get 41% over the course of his first stock, but it's still very doable. He's trying to play distant from Pikachu, and I think unlike during the first game, where BWStatic was a little bit happy to play Jerm's game of distance, right now he's just kind of saying, you want a zone? I don't, so let's play my game.
It feels like every single time Jerm is trying to take space, BWStatic recognizes that and puts himself in a position to challenge.
Ooh, but has to be careful with that jump in. Lands right on top of the up smash hitbox. Tree comes out, has one hit on it, so BWStatic's got to be very careful about how they approach Tree. Is more than capable of killing a light character here.
Static was doing the exact right thing, though. He was applying projectile pressure to Tree, not going in, and instead just killing the Tree, removing the threat of apps. Exactly what he needed to do. Good matchup knowledge.
You still got to be careful about these, the turnip up air. He does do quite a bit of knockback if he's not careful with his DI. Void Rocket coming out. Now we just reset back, 40% on so far, and we're 3 minutes in and Jerm is yet to take a stock. That might be, well, I immediately cursed it,
Exactly.
But I was going to say that's not really boding well.
This may very well be a bit of a long game here, but I've seen BWStatic a couple times now be willing to play the timer. I don't think I've seen him ever get a timeout, but he just uses that tool to pressure his opponent into making mistakes, forcing them to be over-aggressive in a matchup where they'd most likely like to back off. And right now, we're kind of seeing that where Jerm wants to play at edge, and BWStatic's like, I get the percent lead, dog. I do not feel pressure. I do not need to hit buttons. You can do whatever you want over there, but eventually, his timer's going to go down. You're going to have to play my game.
Tries to get back up on stage, uses the quick attack, but yeah, I think the longer this goes on, the more the timer is going to be a factor, and the more the Jerm is going to start to panic in the distance game, where he's gonna start to think, man, I really need to get in there against BWStatic, and that's when he's gonna lose, because Pikachu will absolutely dominate Billy in the close game. He doesn't have the tools that he needs, and I don't think many characters do, to box the rat in close, but the down smash going to set up for a berry situation. Quick mash out from BWStatic's going to mean it's not going to do too much.
That was terrifying, though. That was a situation
it's very threatening.
Where BWStatic very nearly lost his stock, and I don't want to say that he was being a bit over-aggressive, but right before that, we saw him dash attack Jerm Shield 3 times in a row. It feels like he's starting to fiend for this kill just a little bit. Down air.
Goes
Great
very,
thunder.
very low. That was scary, though, because we saw it last game. The unfortunate SD from BWStatic that just kind of led to his downfall. So I was a little bit nervous for him there, but he proved me wrong, came right back to the stage and kept on swinging. I'm almost at the 2-minute mark.
And 171. Jerm is on his last legs of this stock. We are very close to an up-throw kill. But at the same time, like, if Static makes a mistake, he could very well lose his stock at edge to something like a bowling ball or a berry at this point.
Oh.
Speak of the devil.
Yeah, you very nearly spoke that into existence. He avoided the worst possible scenario for himself. Does not avoid the worst possible scenario for himself there, though, as he gets right up into the tree emergence hitbox and dies for it.
You know, I would have been hit by that. That's entirely just like a character knowledge thing. You saw how long that animation hit. It felt like BWStatic did the right thing to delay his get up just a little bit. I didn't think he had to delay it that much. Good God. Gets the footstool, going for the down air. Great situation at edge right there. BWStatic claiming the stock and drawing even just about, but now the clock was once his friend and now it very nearly is his downfall. 1 minute and 30 seconds left and he has the deficit.
Yeah, I mean, especially with both Void Rocket and Tree, Jerm is more than capable of just saying, this is my domain, stay away from me. For the rest of the timer on the board, but
no double jump, but hits the wrong hitbox of neutral air, forced Jerm back to stage instead of off stage to reset the situation.
Disastrous there for BWStatic. He could have actually taken the game and the stock at the same time there if the Nair had sent him the correct way and he got the correct read. But alas, it's not to be. He's instead going to have to fight for his life yet again.
And Jerm does not want to approach.
He does not want to, and who would? I wouldn't.
Yeah, he's got that percentage lead, and right now BWStatic is doubling down on the neutral B pressure, but now it looks like Jerm might... He has to expend his double jump. He pockets, but the invul does not allow him to get through. This is huge for Static. Have to make it count, have to at least seize the lead, but no! The back air clanking with balloons, tries to the dash attack, not going to connect. Jerm is out of the situation, back to the back air, back to edge.
1% separating the two of them right now, and now Jerm goes down. He no longer has the lead, so he's going to have to play Static's game. Comes onto the stage, gets the fair, but it's still not enough to take the lead back quite yet. 19 seconds on the clock, and this is going right down to the wire. Jerm chasing in, trying to get these little chip damage hitboxes with the fairs and the Lloyd rockets and everything else.
This is it.
But this very well could be it, because BWStatic has decided it is T-Jolt time. One fair connects, but it's too far away to do anything, and he just stalls underneath the stage, and the bowling ball does not come in time. The cavalry does not arrive, and out from way behind, Jerm not able to do it. He very nearly had it, but he goes down.
It did feel like he had it, but then he used his double jump off stage, and BWStatic using Pikachu's mobility, forcing him low, forcing him reset time and time again. He got probably 40 to 50% off of that 1 or 2 ledge interactions. And that is all you need when you only have a minute on the clock. And we saw right there the big weakness of Villager, not a fast character, doesn't have a high double jump, doesn't have great aerial mobility. So when Pikachu has the platform, when Pikachu has the corner, Pikachu's just like, I'm going to double jump Pikachu. What can you